Hello and thanks again for joining me for some more Project Zomboid Build 42 with our guy here, Gary Little, aka Gazza. And we are starting our 42nd day, I believe. We have survived for 41. And I think today we are going to probably need to sort out some more food. Well, maybe not. Yeah. Well, I was going to do some fishing. I think maybe we still will. Let's go do a bit of fishing. And a little bit of foraging. So we are in Ekron. I'll just bring up the map. Over here, we've had a little bit of an explore around this side. Still got a couple of streets up there. I'm not sure what are up those. And we've had a little bit of a drive around there, but that is still full of zombies. We've cleared out the college there and the fire station. And we've still got a fair bit to clear out around here. We're currently in this house, and this is from an Echo Creek start where we started in this house. That's the Echo Creek service station. So it's up here, up along here, and along here to Ekron. This is my first time playing this particular area. Let's see. Don't know if I'll take everything with me. I might actually even... that's alright. Let's take some maggots and we'll equip that to our back. What have we got down here? I might just make a couple of... can I not make these into short bats? Let's use the flint instead of using up our knives. Alright, so I'm going to shove the ones with the nails in there. We'll attach that one to our right belt. Chuck that one in there. Alright, so the ones with the nails, they have, they can't be attached to our belt, they have to be attached to our back. And I've got my fishing rod attached to my back, so we're going to hop over this way, I guess, and we're going to do a bit of foraging along the way. Take that. Guess we'll take it. I don't know if we'll end up using it at all, but possibly. Not in a hurry though. We do have... So now those have got the poison icon, but are they poisonous? Because sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. Okay, they are showing up as poisonous. And we are a little hungry already, so let's eat this stir fry here. There is something showing up down here as well. Let's take that. what the? Okay, it's quite a lot of stuff in that spot. Alright, well, we are finding a few things. Actually, you know what? This flint nodule, I'm going to drop on the ground with this other one. If we need them, we can come back for them, I guess. Okay, that's for the wrecked one. Yeah, we don't need that. And I guess we'll take that. Do come in handy if we happen to blunten all of our knives. Most of this area should be pretty clear of zombies. Unless there's a bit of migration. What do we got here? Clay, I will take that. We do want to do any stuff with clay. What I learnt from my last run is you could spend quite a bit of time doing that. Collecting clay. So we'll grab it. The broken branch we can carve. I think we can carve that into a bat, maybe. No. If we had a surface, perhaps. That's fine. Alright, we've got some bubbles over here. So let's pull out our rod. Let's put our pan away. Do we have bait on that? We don't. We're going to need to have our maggots in our inventory. So let's add the bait. And we'll cast out. We will just disable our search mode. Alright, we have ourselves a bite already. It's possibly not the best time for fishing. I'm going to pin that because that way if we want to see up in our inventory while we are fishing, it's not going to stretch the screen out too much. Reel this guy in. What have we got? Nothing. An empty bottle. Don't really need that. We are bugged currently with this character as far as drinking is concerned. We don't get thirsty and we don't drink water. We do get hungry, but we are not gaining or losing any weight regardless of what we eat. But we'll still make some balanced meals with a mixture of different ingredients. We're not getting much here. Maybe if we try there. So we'll try and keep a bit of a mixed diet. It just helps with happiness. Anything this time. A little bait fish. Let's pop that on our rod. We'll use that as a bait while it's fresh. And we'll try out here again. If we can get one decent sized fish, that'll do us for a couple of days. I don't think this is going to be a big fish. What did we get that time? It's not bad. It's not huge. So, pop that in our bag. Grab out another maggot and we'll add that. And there's another bite. Not putting up much of a fight though, so it's probably not going to be much of to interest. An empty can, not interested in that. Alright. Let's try these bubbles up here. We can cast a fair way. Still got our maggots on. Alright. Still not putting up much of a fight, so this is probably just going to be some junk as well. It's not putting up any fight at all. So the ideal times are like early in the morning. Too small for slicing, that one. Early in the morning or in the evening, so we're not at an ideal time. Doesn't mean we can't catch anything. Actually, we are not going to catch anything with no bait though. So let's reel that in and grab another maggot. That can go in there. Let's add the maggots. Let's try again over here. Seems to be where we're having the better luck. There's a bite. A small catfish. It's pretty heavy. In fact, it's so heavy we can't put it in our bag. Alright. That will do us. So we'll turn our foraging back on. Socks. They're just long socks that we left there. I guess we'll take them. Snail. Something over here. Millipede. We can use all these for bait. For trapping bait as well. Let's put our focus on crops and we'll walk down the back way. And there's some carrots over there and something over here. Potatoes. Hop over the fence here and grab the carrot. It's probably only going to be 1. 2 carrots. Alright. And this load is pretty heavy. Can we fit this in our main bag? We cannot. Alright. That's fine. We are getting out of breath and exerted here. More carrots. We are extremely overloaded. But this area is pretty clear of the zombies, so I'm not too worried. I wouldn't be doing this in an area if I thought it was unsafe. But walking around extremely overloaded will be adding to our strength. So our strength is going up. We almost have another strength level. A bone. Alright. I guess we'll take a bone. We can carve that. Some berries. Another branch. Alright. Missed our gate. They're just remnants from when we chopped down some trees, so we'll stop the foraging there. We will close that just in case. Alright, let's take this food home. We can unpin this now. Alrighty, so come over here and we'll dump these here. Not really sorting a lot of stuff at the moment till we find a more permanent base where we're going to set up. Let's see. All these seeds in here. Okay, that's weird how my fishing bag wasn't showing up for a minute. Okay, they can go in the fishing bag. That can go in the fishing bag. And a rod can go in the fishing bag. Alright, let's fill it that. Put those in the oven. Let's see here, the leek can go in the oven. Potato can go in the oven. That one we can't slice. It's not going to fit in the oven. Take our pan out. Alright, turn that on. We'll slice this one up. Alright. We have poisonous ones I'll put in here. And we can chuck those in our... whoops. Let's turn that off before we burn all of that. We can put the poisonous ones in our compost if we get compost going. Which we probably will at some stage. Let's eat that one. Okay. These two fillets. Get them cooking. Pop all that stuff in there. I might put the berries in the freezer there. We'll take out any of the stale stuff. Alright, these are almost done. Now, where are my other frying pans? There's one there. Alright, the other frying pan's in here. We'll eat half of that one. Oh, we didn't actually eat that because I interrupted it. That can go in my bag. Alright, so these two little pans here. Let's go random fish. Random fish. Random vegetable. Random vegetable. Random fish. Random fish. Random vegetable. Random herbs. Random vegetable in that one. Random herbs. Alright, so take that out. Those two in there. That should do us for a couple of days, so let's pop all of that in the freezer. Along with that one. And we'll cook these up. We'll sit down. And read a bit of our book while we're waiting for this to cook. Actually, we'll have a smoke. So we'll light the smoke off of the stove instead of using our matches. And you can see turned around to face the stove when I pulled out the cigarette. Alright. So I do like how they have increased the size of like the ingredients that's within the stir fries when you hover over them. That is a bit of an improvement. So we do have some canned food. I'm saving that for the winter because we won't be able to fish. Foraging will be a bit harder. And we could possibly do some trapping or find some animals or something to raise or kill. But for the time being, fishing's easy, foraging's easy. Alright, those are cooked. Let's pop that in our bag. Let's pop one of those in the fridge. The other one can go in my bag there. We still got a couple of hours of daylight, so maybe we'll go for a bit of a wander. I will equip one of these as primary. And this doesn't have the best engine, but it's not too bad. So I think we are going to go... Let's have a look here. We could go up this way. Have a look what's up there. So this is the way we came home the other night. I should probably drag these vehicles off the road. I don't think I'm going to worry though. We're already getting into the evening. Don't want to spend too much time mucking around with that. That just goes to a house out there, I think. Yep. It's a little shed, or is that a chicken coop out there? I'm not too worried about looting a lot of houses at the moment. We'll save that for winter when we need tin food and all of that stuff. I don't want to loot too much stuff until we've got a base. I'm basically just exploring and seeing what's around, so we're just grabbing the necessities. Alright. Guys got nothing interesting. Oops. Okay. Let's take care of this guy. And see if there's some more hanging around. Sounds like there's one or two in the house. But I think I will need to move these cars. Alright. Let's perhaps do the wagon first. Yeah. Hook that up. We'll see what's in it. Tire pump. Actually, that's something that we haven't done yet with our new car, is check the tires. We'll take those. There's nothing really much else of interest in there. Alright, got yourself stuck, didn't you? Alright. Detach it. That looks like some big sort of poop there. Let's go have a quick look at that. There's a zombie over there. It's locked, of course. Got anything for me? Not really. Alright, we can't get in there. Sort of see that there's a crate in there. Okay. There's a few sheds and stuff, garages around here. Like I said, I'm not too fussed about looting them. I'm just getting a lay of the land around here at the moment. I don't even know. I don't think there's too much more of interest other than residential. I mean, we've got the little gun shop and that on the other side of the railway tracks. But I don't think there's really enough other stuff for me to be worried about setting up a permanent base here. It's going to be like too far away from anything else. Alright. It's going to be tricky to get out of. This thing's a bit slow on the grass. Alright, but now we've got this road clear. Let's see what's up here. I'm guessing it's just going to be residential and farm. Don't know if there's anything... Yeah. It's not really going to be any major locations of interest. There's some of that I don't know around here. By exploring around Echo Creek, some of these little dirt tracks can be well worth exploring. Some of them lead to nothing, but others lead to some pretty cool houses, some pretty cool locations that are sort of hidden out in nowhere. This looks like it leads out of town. Looks like there's a big dirt trail that also sort of follows the same way. Let's just have a look on our map. Okay, so it might hook up with that one over there. There's another dirt trail there. Bit of a lake over there. More dirt tracks, so we do have a T intersection and the train line. Yep, so that'll meet up with the train line over there, so this could be like a quiet way to get around to the other side of the tracks where we're trying to get to the other day, or we did go the other day, because over here, this road here is actually blocked by, there's a freight train sitting there, and so we can't just drive straight up there across here. We've got to go up and around through here, so this might be the easier way to get there without going through all the suburbs and stuff. then we can possibly even cross over right here. Alright, and this brings us to the abandoned factory that we checked out last time, where we fell through the basement. Oh, here you are. There you are. Alright. So. Yeah, so that just loops all the way around. So let's go down here and maybe up, see what's up there. Once again, pretty sure it's just going to be more residential stuff. Take maybe a quick drive up there. It is starting to get dark. Let's eat that one. We'll take out these guys that are just in ones and twos. Stop them becoming a bigger problem later on. So, a little trailer there. Whoops. Alright, so we've got a few zombies around here. Let's take care of some of these guys. Alright, done. No, quite. We got ourselves a crawler over here. I think that's what I ran into before. Alright, let's hop back in. Alright, so that's a paddock there, so I'm guessing there's not going to be a real lot up here. It's probably going to go to a dead end, maybe. Could loop around. One hit with the spiked short bat is pretty good. Here another one. There's actually there's a few. Let's get on this side of the fence here. Give ourselves plenty of room. We'll get in back behind them. All right. There's a couple over here. We may as well take care of them too. Nice. watches. Alright, see if these guys had anything useful. I don't think so. A broken jacket. Yeah, not much really there. There's a watch. Make sure the alarm's not set on it. Alright, and we got a straggler up here. Got a couple hanging around the car. Alright, it's starting to get a little late, so we'll head home soon. Lots of these white cowboy hats around. We've already picked up a couple of those, so I'm not going to bother with that one. Alright, let's just continue up the road. We'll take out these small groups while they're small groups. Hopefully there's not too many gonna come out of the house. Wait, no you don't. Alright. Another watch. A straggler over here. Let's try and keep them off the road. Do hear some banging going on inside. Not going to worry too much about that. What has this guy's got sticking out of his back? A machete. Okay, well we're taking that. I think that's the first machete I've found. And we are getting a little bit tired now. Alright, so not going to worry about the one knocking. He can keep knocking. We will have ourselves... No, don't drop. It's smoke. Oh, there's like a car park back here. With a truck. Okay, but it's a dead end. Alright. Well, it's almost 2 AM for our guy, so we'll get him home. If I can stop destroying my car. Go this way. Alright, so this brings us... Oops, a daisy. Yeah, see, this is what I should have cleared them cars out the way. Let's just get down to the main highway down there. So we know that's going to be clear. Okay. Kill the engine, kill the lights. Let's dump some of these in. Guess any of these bags will do. Empty griddle pan can go back in the oven there. We'll head upstairs. We did just have a smoke, so we won't bother having another one. And that'll be the end of our 42nd day. Bring us into the start of our 43rd. Kill count at 2,152. We are getting up there with our carving and our short blunt and our maintenance. That is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.